What is up, Matt? Yep, it is Tuesday afternoon, and we were supposed to have a lesson today, and that didn't happen. And we really tried, right? We really tried to do a lesson today, but we are gonna make it happen because I'm not stopping this train. This train, we got it moving well, and you're off to an awesome start. And I don't want to stop that momentum. So I'm here after school recording a video because I believe in you. And I know that you're going to sound amazing when these sessions are over. And what was it? Is 7 sax sessions. So students sound super series. Oh, I cracked myself up. So 7 sax sessions, so students sound super series. Say that 10 times fast. All right, so I did have a lesson all prepared for you today. And I just want to go over the very, very basics of what we went over the first lesson. I want to make sure everything is set up the right way. Then we're going to go through articulation. I'm not going to spend too much time on long tones today. You can do long tones all by yourself. You're a big boy. You can do them all by yourself. But just to make sure everything is set up and that your tongue, that you're articulating, and that you're forming the seal around the mouthpiece with your mouth properly. First things first, make sure that can you see this? There you go. Make sure that your mouthpiece, your ligature and reed are all situated. See, look at that, nice thumbnail. Look at that, look at that beautifully groomed thumbnail right there. So yeah, so that's what your reed is supposed to look like on your mouthpiece. Make sure your ligature is tight, ready to go. All right. Well, tight seal, not like this. Because that would be wrong. Look at this, tight. You did a great job of that last class, the last lesson. You really nailed that. I was gonna say hammer the nail, but you really hammered that, man. You had the seal around the mouthpiece, and you sounded great. It took us a little while to get going, but once you started playing, towards the end of the lesson, you were rocking it out, and that train was moving. All right. Little review. Position, posture. Can you see me okay? I don't know. I hope I'm not getting cut off in the camera. How do I look? I look all right? Yeah? Okay. Nice. All right. So sit up straight. You can put the sax to the side. Make sure your neck strap is adjusted properly and that you're comfortable. Remember, lay your fingers over the keys and they don't move so much. Even when you lift them up, they stay close to the keys. Not this when you play, like you're flying away, right? Like that. All right. Now, we're gonna take a minute and just warm up. So just play a G and play it as long as you can. Keep going, keep playing your G. Keep playing your G until you run out of air. And you're just about out of air now. Okay, you probably just ran out of air. All right, let's do an A. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, you're probably out of air. B, ready, go. Okay, how's your mouth doing? All right, is your mouth hurting? Not yet? We're gonna change that. By the end of the lesson, your mouth's gonna be killing you. All right. So, you were able to play a low D up to a high C. And you were almost able to do the high D, remember, just as a refresher. Can you see this right here? There we go, right there. Beautiful. That's your high, high, high D with the octave key. But we are not going to worry about that note right now. So what I want you to do is take a minute and play from the low D all the way up to the high C. Yes, you can go to your high D. That's no problem, sure. But articulate, ta, 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 quarter notes, even all the way up. Tap your foot, ta. Let's start. Totally sung the wrong note there. Ba, ba. It's too low. It's too low. Ba, ta, 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 ta. I'm going to start that over again. We're going to do it together. Here we go. I'll slow it down. 1, 2, ready, go. I hit the high D. Can you hit that? Did you hit that? All right, let's do it again. From the low D to the high D. High D, yeah, do it. Do it. Ready? D. Oh, you know what? I realized I totally messed that up because I realized that I was not in position. I'm so used to playing rock saxophone at weddings where I'm always forward that the correct way to do it when you're sitting in a band, an orchestra, jazz band, concert band, is to play like this. So let's do that again, and maybe I won't play the wrong note this time. Ready? Go. How'd you do with that? You did okay? Cool. If I might be going a little too fast for you, you can pause the video and do it yourself. This is really important to be able to get these notes out right now. And I hope you're playing as loud as you can, as loud as possible, and really annoying your parents. I love them to death, but you need to annoy them with your volume. Because if you're not playing loud, then you're not going to strengthen your mouth. I was trying to think maybe I could have rhymed with that and thought of something much cooler, but it didn't work. Anyway, you need to play out. You need to play as loud as you can because you need to build up your muscles in your mouth. If you're not playing loud, you're not building up the muscles in your mouth. So make sure that you're pushing all of your notes. And eventually, listen, if you can play loud, you can play soft. It's not necessarily the other way around. If you play soft, that doesn't mean you can play loud. But if you can play loud, you can back it back down again. So play as loud as you can. We're going to do the same thing again. Use your tongue, articulate, take a deep breath. Breathe in, and you're going to blow your notes. You know, you're going to blow up your scale until you can't blow any more air, and you have to take a breath. So you got to take a breath when you need to, but try to play the scale up as far as you can before having to take a breath, and that'll strengthen your lungs. That's where you want to be. You want to strengthen your lungs, strengthen your mouth, everything. You need to, you know what? You just got to get real strong at everything, basically. So these strong muscles right here. It's from holding the sax like this. That's right. I've been playing for a long time. All right, let's do it. From the low D to the high D. Play as loud as you can. I'm not going to play it very loud, just so you can hear me, you know, so I don't blow your eardrums out. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, got it? You can do it again if you want. We're going to move on. We are going to move on. I don't want to make this lesson too long. Our lessons, the last couple lessons have been about 27 to 30 minutes. I want this one to be about 20 minutes because you are going to do a lot of the practicing on your own. I'm teaching you techniques, I'm teaching you notes, I'm teaching you theory in this lesson. So it's very important that you pay attention. All right, so we're going to start on a C. We're going to play a C scale. The C scale, it starts on the C and goes up to your high C. You know what? I believe I taught you how to do the low C. You see it there? Low C. Let's do the low C. You did that, and I know you were having some issues with it, but let's strengthen that lower register. Can you get that out? Okay, let's do it. Low C. We're gonna stop there. Could do it again. Low C. Got it? Now we're gonna go up the middle C to the high C. Ready? Go. Cool. Let me just check the camera. Just make sure that we're still. Yes. Okay. It's looking good. Looking good. I hope you can see my sax, but still positioned properly. Okay. Let's go. Right. So we did a C scale. All right. So a C scale. That was a C major scale. A C major scale is basically all the white keys on the piano. A C, no sharps, no flats. It's just a boring old C scale. Now, just so you understand, and we went over this a little bit last time, the C is positionally, it's the first step in the scale. So it's 1, right? So what would the second note be in a C scale? What would it be? D, right? So 1 would be your C, because the 1 is the root of the scale. The 1 is the root of the scale. It doesn't matter what key you're playing in. 1 is always going to be the root of your scale. So 1, the root of this scale is C. It's our starting note. Okay? 1, so what would the third step be in the C scale? Can you know it? E. So here's 1, here's 2, and here's 3, right? What's 4? What would the fourth step be? F. Okay, and 5, 6, 7 would be your B, and then 8, or the octave, would be your C. So when I talk numbers, I mean intervals. So if I say 1, play 1 and 3 in a C scale, you're going to play the C, and then the third of the C scale would be what? E. It would be E. So it's 1, 2, 3, C, D, E. So if I had a whiteboard, I'd write it out for you. But listen, you're pretty smart. You can figure this stuff out. So let's go, what would the fourth be? The fourth of the C scale. What would the fourth note be in the C scale? So it's C, D, E, F, F. Here comes the bride, here comes the bride. 1, 4, 4, 4. 1, 4, 4, 4. You know that song? Bum, bum, ba-da. That's a fourth. So I want you to listen to that and remember that. Ready? Here comes the bride. So, and that 1, 4, it's again, it applies to every scale that you do in music. 1, 4 is always 1, 4. So if I was in a different key, the fourth would still be the fourth. All right. Twinkle, twinkle. When did this lesson turn into a nursery school? Twinkle, twinkle. 1, 1, 5, 5. And that would be your fifth. Are you getting this? Am I confusing you yet? All right, if I'm going too fast, too bad. 1, 1, 5, 5. So let's try that. What would 1, 1, what is the fifth note of your C scale? What is it? Say it. Say it louder. Yes. It's your G. 1, 1, 5, 5. And you can always remember that. I'm teaching you what I learned in college, something called oral skills, is you listen to something and go, wait, that was a a fourth interval, or that was a fifth interval. So that's exciting. So I'm teaching you college theory. Awesome, but it's not that hard to understand. And there's a reason why I'm going over these intervals right now, because today I'm going to teach you how to play a pentatonic scale, which eventually, and hopefully by the end of this lesson, it's going to be the blues scale, And we're going to be playing a blues scale by the end of this lesson. And I apologize if the lesson does go over 20 minutes. I have a feeling it is going to go over 20 minutes, but it's all good stuff. But this is really important to know. So why am I going over the steps in the scales? Because I'm going to give you numbers of a scale and you're going to have to play them. So right now, we're just keeping it simple. We're playing a C scale, C. Let's do the C again. Let's reel it back. Let's just refocus, reel it back in on the C. Here we go. C scale, 1, 2, going up, go. Let's start up top and work our way down. Ready? On the high C. Ready, go. Okay. How's your articulation doing? You getting that tongue in there? Good. Man, I wish you were here because I really can't hear what you're doing. And I just hope that you're doing the right thing. So, actually, I should make you send me a video. Yes, that's what you're going to do. Yeah, I'm a genius. I want you to send a video of yourself playing. After the lesson is over, I want you to send a video of yourself playing playing this new pentatonic blues scale. Got it? That's your homework. Send me a video of you playing, just so I can see where you're at. All right. Before we get to the pentatonic scale, I want to review one more scale that we did last class. It was the G scale. So we started the scale, instead of starting it on a C, we started it on a G. So G, we're in the G scale. G, the note G, and then G, would be your 1, right? It's the root of the scale now. So just to test your knowledge, what would the third be of the G scale? What would the third be? What note would the third be? I think I just said it in the question. Oh, I cracked myself up. All right, so B, yes, correct. That's the 1, that's the 2, and that's an A. That's the 2 of the scale. Here's the B. And that's the 3rd of the scale. Can you play 1, 3? Okay, 1, 3. Do it again. Ready? Go. Okay. That's a 3rd. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb. Mary had Mary. That's the 3rd of the note. I know it's turning into a nursery class, but so that is a 3rd. Ma na na, and Mary had a little lamb starts on the 3rd of the 3rd interval in that particular scale. So it's 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. I know you get it. I know you know these songs. That's not the point. The point is teaching you, getting you familiar with intervals. And so what is this? Here comes the bride. What interval is that? Pardon my voice. Here comes the bride. What interval is that? Do you know? 4th. Good. I don't really know if you actually said the 4th, but here comes the bride, dun 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 dun, 4th. How about twinkle twinkle? 5th. Twinkle 1 1 5 5. So we're on G now. What note? I know, I'm like totally racking your brain right now. What note is sharp in a G scale? Do you remember? You remember? F's are sharp in the G scale. So let's just play the G scale through once. Again, this is just review. We're actually going to wind up playing the C scale for our pentatonic, but this is just to go back so you remember what we did our last class, and then we're going to push forward. I want to build on what you've already learned. Understand? Got it? Good. G. Let's do a G scale. So let's just do it. 1, 2, ready, go. Got it? F sharp is the 3 and the 1. In middle finger, sorry. 3 on the top, middle on the bottom. Got it? So now you know two major scales. Major meaning like happy sounding. I'm not sure if you understand what that is yet, but major keys are happy keys. They sound happy, right? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, Mary had a little lamb, here comes the bride, right? It's all happy stuff. So major keys equals happy songs. So, got it? 2 keys. You know C, and you know the key of G. That's really good. Good job. You've been playing for how many days? What? How many days? Like 5 days? All right. You ready to do this? You ready to do this? All right. Going back to the C. Ready for pentatonic? Pentatonic scale on the C. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. You get that? I know how to count. Pentatonic, it's 5 notes in a scale. It's the 1, the 2, the 3, the 5, and the 6. And then you can go back up to the 1 or up to the 8, but let's call it a 1. All right, so let's try that. Just play for me. I'm not even gonna play. Play the 1, the 2, the 3, the 5, and the 6. And let's see how that sounds. Go ahead, do it. All right, I'm gonna do it. Okay. Right? Let me just check this camera. Are we still good? Yeah, we're still lined up. Awesome. All right, so let's go the C pentatonic again. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. That's your pentatonic. It's a pentatonic scale. And you can play those notes all over the horn too, so you know what notes they are. So I can go. How you doing? You get it? So on the pentatonic scale, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay. Doesn't sound very bluesy, does it? No, it doesn't sound bluesy at all. It sounds kind of like a song called My Girl, a really happy song from the 60s. It's really happy. It's not bluesy, is it? Huh. I wonder why. Why is that? Why is it not bluesy? Because we're not playing in a minor key. Because bluesy is more minor. It's blues sounding, minor. It's more serious, more melancholy. So, what I want you to do is now start your pentatonic on A. It's the C pentatonic, but start it on A. So your pentatonic blues notes are going to be A, C, D, E, G, A. So it's the C pentatonic, but you're starting the scale on the A. All right, try that. And listen to the difference. Wow. Wow. Sounds pretty cool, huh? It's so much different than playing in the major key. No, we're going to play it on the A. So on that A, it changes everything, right? All of a sudden, you go from sounding like, hey, I just started playing sax to, man, I'm pretty darn good on this thing now. On the A, and I'm going to add one little note in there that's going to make you sound amazing. Not going to get there yet. So, but check this out. So you can, like I said, those notes, just those 5 notes, up and down the horn, in any pattern you want. All right? And eventually, you can speed it up. Don't get there yet. Take it slowly. If you can't go this fast, slow it down. Play them in half notes. Just take it nice and slowly. That is all pentatonic notes on the C scale. It's not conceptual. Okay, when you look at me and listen to me, it sounds really complicated. It's not. It's just those 5 notes in different patterns. And that's how you start improvising. You just take your notes, make sure you're playing the right notes, and you play them in a pattern, and it just starts sounding pretty good. So just kind of play around with that a little bit. So let me continue with the last, not the least, not the final, not the only one, the last note that we're going to play in this lesson. I'm going to teach you, and I'm going to add in a flat. A flat. Oh my goodness. It's complicated. All right, here's the pentatonic. Again. C pentatonic starting on the A. So it's A, C, D. Ready? 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 Are you ready? Are you sure? I want you to add in an E flat. Between the E and the D is the E flat. Here, so it's D, E flat, E. So I want you to try adding in. It's all 6. I'm going to go slowly here. And there's your pinky. There's your pinky. E flat. And here is why we're adding it. What was that? Oh, what was that? It's an E flat. A, C, D, E flat, D, C, A. Take it slow. You can even take it slow, man. Take it slow. And then I went up to the E. So add in that flat, that E flat, and to think about it like this. So you're going to add in a C pentatonic scale. Try to stay with me for a sec. Try to stay with me. In a C pentatonic, it's the flat third. It's the third of the note. Remember, Mary had a little lamb. That's the third. So it's your E. But you're going to flat. Just I'm trying to have you understand this. You're going to flat that third of the scale. Does that make sense? You're going to flat the third. Here's the pentatonic C. The third of the C is your E. And all I'm doing is I'm flatting the third. There's the flat third, the E flat. Okay. So you're going to add that flat third in the C pentatonic scale. But when you're starting on the A, we're going to leave it there. I'm not going to try to explain it anymore. That'll be for future lessons. But you can apply that to any key you're playing in, okay? You want to flat that third if you're playing a pentatonic in any other key. Remember, pentatonic is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. And you want to flat that third of the pentatonic. So let's go to G, for instance. The pentatonic of a G scale. Right, the G scale, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Let's add the flat third. All right. Doesn't sound very bluesy, so you want to change that and go down. You want to start your G scale on your E. And again, it's just I'm using all the pentatonic notes and I'm adding in that flat third. All right? And the last thing I'm going to teach you today, it's just so you understand, is everything that you've already been playing, everything that I'm going to teach you today, just so you understand how to get down to that bluesy key or the minor key instead of the happy major key, instead of like the joyful, jolly major key of like Mary Had a Little Lamb, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. You take the major, C for instance, and you drop down 3 steps. So then you drop down 3 steps. So on this, we are playing on C pentatonic. What's 3 notes down from C? It would be C, B, A. So it would be down to your A. So 1, 2, 3. All right. That is called, this last thing that I'm going to teach you today. So you're almost done, I promise. That is called the relative minor. The relative minor key. So with C major, the minor, it would be A minor. The relative minor would be A. So all the notes you would play in C are still there, except you're starting the scale 3 steps down on A. And that's the relative minor. So if you go to G, for instance, what is the relative minor key of G? It would be E. It would be 3 steps down from G. G, F sharp, E. Got it? So that's it. That's all I'm going to teach you today. Practice the pentatonic, the 1, the 3, the 5. The 1, the 2, the 3, steps wise, 5 and 6. Add in the flat third. Start on the relative minor. Okay? So again, everything we just did on your C scale. That's the pentatonic, C pentatonic. We're going to start it 3 steps down on the relative minor. And all the notes are going to be the same that you play in C and in your happy major C scale. But you're going to be starting your scale on the A. You might want to make notes on this and take a piece of paper out and maybe write this stuff out, because I know you're probably not going to remember all of it right now, and that's fine. You might even want to go back and rewatch this video and it will start making sense. And the last thing you want to do is add in the flat third, okay? And write it all out if you need to. On a piece of paper, write out all the notes. I don't care, write them all out. Create yourself a cheat sheet. Remember, this is fake it till you make it, man. This is fake it till you make it. That's the whole point. Well, I want you to sound amazing. And you know what? You are going to sound great. And then all this theory is all going to come together. And then, you know, and we'll see what happens. This is the first time I've ever done this before, and in terms of a boot camp. A 7 sax sessions so students sound super series, and you are the first. So no pressure, but you kind of have to sound amazing. I'm just kidding. You are sounding great. And like I said in the beginning, I can't make any promises, and I appreciate you told me you can't make any promises. So let's just see what happens with this, all right? But I know you're off to a great start, and I did not want to waste a lesson today. So I'm going to be sending you, we have 4 more lessons to go after this, and I'm going to try to do another one for you ASAP. So keep practicing, keep up the good work. Text me if you need to. Have your parents text me or email me if you have any questions. And yeah, man, keep it up. Keep it up. See you on the next one.